Ayubowan and greetings from the Sri Lanka Scout Association. We are proud to present to you the Sri Lanka Scout Association's national media units, performances and activities in the recent past.
The Scout movement in Sri Lanka has a history of 109 years and is structured well by an Act of Parliament. The Chief Commissioner, Major General Milinda Piris, is supported by the Committee of the Scout Council, which comprises of lay and uniformed members. Activities are carried out under the leadership of the Chief Commissioner and the Deputy Chief Commissioner, assisted by the Training Program International, Assistant Chief Commissioners and Headquarters Commissioners. There is a network of 37 Scout districts, headed by District Commissioners. Scouting is largely based in schools with a few community-based troops and works very closely with the Education Ministry. The youth program for Scouts has undergone many changes from time to time in order to cater to the needs of the present day. In the same way, the training of leaders has undergone many changes. The Scout Association also works with other partner organizations which supports the movement.
Now, the Sri Lanka Scout Association is spearheaded by the Chief Commissioner, Major General Milinda Piris, and Mr. Janaprit Fernando, the Deputy Chief Commissioner, as well as a member of the World Scout Committee. We now wish to give you a quote from the strategic plan of our Chief Commissioner.
Quote, "Scouting's profile should accurately portray what we do and why we do it, reflecting our shared values by using the most impactful methods of communication and by engaging in strategically relevant partnerships." Unquote.
The purpose of the National Scout Media Unit is to promote the Scout movement through media and publicity to reach the general public of Sri Lanka, with the ultimate aim to enhance the membership growth and to produce useful and disciplined citizens. The Assistant Chief Commissioner Media leads the National Scout Media Network with the assistance of a team comprising Headquarters Commissioners, Assistant Headquarters Commissioners of Media and other individuals.
In addition, some districts have even set up their own media units at district and troop levels. Assistant District Commissioners, Media, carry out this responsibility at their respective district levels.
Yes, Simaya. The National Scout Media Unit does indeed have a fantastic network that has been designed to reach every Scout through national, district and troop levels.
Is involved in training scouts and leaders in media work.
It also provides media updates at national and district levels and conducts workshops for media scout leaders and scouts.
It maintains good rapport with media organizations at national and district levels.
Let's look at some media publicity on activities of the Sri Lanka Scout Association.
Yes, we have a number of activities which was highly publicized.
The Founders' Day 2020 was held at the Independence Square together with the Bangladesh High Commission with Honorable Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa present as the chief guest.
Blood donation campaign along with BP Day 2020.
The MOP Coordinators Workshop in February 2021.
2020.
The introduction of the Better World Framework badge syllabus.
Zero Waste Workshop for MOP coordinators in 2020.
The World Peace Day celebrations in August of 2020.
The very first online activity of 9 webinars on important subjects related to Scouting and a virtual campfire attracting participants from overseas was held during the first lockdown due to the pandemic.
Being always prepared, have organized Scout to be active virtually. And this is one of such actions we have taken from Sri Lanka Scout Association to have 10 webinars.
The Poson Bathigi was organized by the media unit.
Blood donation campaign on BP Day 2021.
In February 2021, when the country started returning to a short period of normalcy, a major tree planting campaign was started on Founders' Day with His Excellency Gotabaya Rajapaksa, President of the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka and Chief Scout of Sri Lanka as chief guest.
Hello there, very good evening and a warm welcome to the news live on Rupawahini Channel I. I'm Sharon Mascarenhas.
And I'm Thilina Udayaratna. We begin with a quick check on tonight's top stories. The President proceeds over National Scouts operations to plant 100,000 saplings. And on your top local story this evening, President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has proceeded over the National Scouts operation to plant 100,000 saplings at the President's house in Fort Colombo today. The project has been organized in connection with the 164th birth anniversary of the founder of the World Scouts movement, Lord Baden-Powell. Chief Scouts Commissioner Major General Milinda Pires has welcomed the President by placing a Scout's scarf on the President. A red sandalwood sapling was planted by the President as well. Later on, the plant was registered over a mobile phone. More than 70,000 Boy Scouts scattered throughout the country are scheduled to plant 2 saplings each in their home gardens and to look after them. The program is being evaluated through the Thuru mobile app. Officials of the Sri Lanka Scouts Association were also present on the occasion.
A very good evening and a warm welcome to your weekend edition of Primetime News on TV1.
Meanwhile, Turukapakaru, an island-wide tree planting campaign jointly launched by Gammada V4's Lanka Private Limited and the Sri Lanka Scouts Association, which commenced yesterday, continued today as well. The objective of the initiative is to plant 25,000 saplings across the country within 16 days. These were the views expressed by S.C. Veerasekara, the group director of the Capital Maharaja Group.
The trees provide water and oxygen required by all living beings in the country. However, humans are inflicting harm upon the trees in an ungrateful manner. They are destroying them. They are totally disregarding trees that have provided shade, fulfilled hunger and collected water for their benefit. The reason for this is because we are gradually distancing ourselves from the environment.
Meanwhile, saplings were planted in the Henagama Central College Gampaha, the Biyagama Mahavidyalaya and Maristella College Nigambu under the Turukapakaru campaign.
A virtual global cultural jamboree organized by the Sri Lanka Scout Association and supported by the media unit was held on July 16th, 17th and 18th, attracting more than 20,000 participants locally and internationally.
Hello there, very good evening and a warm welcome to the news live on Rupawani Channel I. I'm Sharam Masquinius.
A very good evening indeed. I'm Charita Minipurarachi.
Back news at home. The introduction to the International of the Global Boy Scouts Cultural Jamboree organized by the Sri Lanka Boy Scouts Association has taken place last night. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa presided over the event through video technology. The Global Boy Scouts Cultural Jamboree is scheduled to be conducted on the 16th, 17th and 18th of this month under the theme One Boy Scout World via video technology. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa, in his capacity as patron of the Sri Lanka Boy Scouts Association, has officially introduced the Jamboree, highlighting its importance.
It is my pleasure to welcome you today to the international briefing of the Global Cultural Jamboree. Unfortunately, we will not be able to meet in person due to the current pandemic situation around the world. However, it has also presented a great opportunity. The organizers have planned a creative and innovative program that will be conducted through a variety of online platforms. It is indeed a great achievement of the Sri Lanka Scout Association to organize the virtual jamboree, which will be the first of its kind in the history of scouting in Sri Lanka. It is also a milestone in the history of scouting that a cultural jamboree of the nature is taking place through the use of technology. It is remarkable that more than 15,000 scouts from over 100 countries are coming together for this global gathering to showcase different cultural identities. Furthermore, it is important that scouts are being empowered through the support of many partners towards creating a better world. It is an essential step in ensuring that youth are involved in action on global issues such as climate change, peace, harmony, and so much more. The World Organization of the Scout Movement and the Sri Lanka Scout Association have produced many young individuals who have become global leaders and change makers in society. It is my hope that this jamboree will also provide that opportunity for the young scouts participating this year. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate the Sri Lanka Scout Association for this historic event and wish all scouts all the very best. I wish you happy scouting during the jamboree.
The Boy Scouts movement is spread in 172 countries in the world. 110 participating countries will attend the cultural jamboree, enabling to identify cultural diversity in the respective countries. Chief Boy Scouts Commissioner of the Sri Lanka Boy Scouts Association, Major General Milinda Piris, Deputy Boy Scouts Commissioner and Patron of the Jamboree and Attorney-at-Law Janaprith Fernando, Chairman of the Organising Committee Prabhat Kularatne and Headquarters Commissioner Dr. Asanka Eriava were also present on the occasion.
Now, the National Scout Media Unit has also had to face some very unique challenges. The COVID-19 pandemic has paralyzed physical Scout activities.
Another challenge we faced was that not being able to print media newspapers due to the pandemic.
The lack of support from donors and sponsors.
We successfully faced the challenge of the pandemic by organizing activities on virtual platform to keep the momentum with the Scouts.
Now, to tell us a bit more on the challenges faced by the National Scout Media Unit, as well as the Media Unit's future plans and activities that have been planned, it's our humble request to invite Mr. Prabhat Kularatne, the Assistant Chief Commissioner in charge of the National Scout Media, to talk to you.
Everyone knows we are in a pandemic situation. Most of activities we have to do on virtual platform. As a National Scout Media Unit of Sri Lanka, our responsibility to promote Scouting locally and internationally. The Media Unit's future plans are to organize activity on social media platform till normalizing returns such as webinars and other virtual facility to support training and youth program. We have a good example. First time in Scouting history, we successfully organized Global Virtual Culture Jamboree with more than 22,000 participants and 80 countries. Our media unit already planned to enhance training programs and workshops for scriptwriters, photographers, videographers, editors, news reporters, announcers and narrators. We hope to support Scouts and leaders who have not been able to carry out their activities due to the pandemic through the technology available. Hope to introduce a media policy as well. I would like to mention my team, Mr. Prasanjana Rajapaksa, Headquarters Commissioner Media, Head of Media Unit, Mr. Chaminda Warriapperuma, Headquarters Commissioner. Assistant Headquarters Commissioners Mr. Damit Chamind and Mr. Chamara Sandaruan. Members of National Media Unit, Assistant District Commissioner Media and District Media Unit for their valuable contribution. Happy Scouting. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So the media unit's future plans are to organize activities on social media platforms till the normalcy returns.
Well, Imai, what a comprehensive introduction of the National Scout Media Unit we just witnessed.
Yes, Sarit. So I think that's it for today, right?
It is. We thank you all of you from the APR region who have joined for this media conference workshop. Happy Scouting and to stay safe during these pandemic times.